Hello, good evening, learners and the TA, Mr. Ramaraju. Can you all hear me?
We can
Yes,
hear you,
sir.
sir.
Okay, great.
Yoganandra, here I can hear you, sir.
My voice is audible, right? Okay. Welcome to this course on literature and life, particularly for this live session, first live session. Um, this session is meant for clarifying your doubts or any kind of concerns that you may have. You can ask me questions as we begin the session. I may give you a brief overview of the course. It's a 12-week course with different segments like prose, poetry, drama, and short stories. We also have a novel, and within drama, we have a one-act play and a full-length play also. So the whole idea of this course is to discuss the relationship between literature and life and how we can learn from literature to shape our own life. And with that intention, we started this course. I have been teaching this course for the past 10 years or so, and in real life classroom. And it is one of the most satisfying courses for me so far. So if you have any questions and comments, you can ask me or you can give your feedback. I will take it in the right spirit and add as much as possible. You have been listening to the video, you have been watching some of the PDF lectures that are available, and some more are yet to be uploaded. I will try. I have been trying, but could not complete the rest of the PDF format series. But then it is my responsibility to do that as soon as possible. Um, but with the PPTs and the video lectures, I'm sure you have been doing a great job of learning, and the texts are easily available on the internet or they may be available in your library. And some of the texts like the poetry and drama or novel, short stories, you can find them in some of the anthologies or texts available. So whatever source that you are using doesn't matter. You can read the original text and help yourself to learn as much as possible. In each lecture, we have some references also. Whenever possible, if you can get hold of those copies, some of them are freely available on the internet. You can collect them. In my case, I could access all of them through our IIT library or IIT internet. In your case, I'm not sure whether all of them would be available, but certainly some of the resources will be available now. Internet is a great source of learning today. So I would be happy to listen to you and clarify any kind of questions or doubts or concerns that you may have. Any problems that you come across while doing this course, please share with me. I expect two kinds of problems. One kind of questions is related to the course as such, understanding the course, doing the assignments, writing the some exams, and another one is related to your submission of assignment, some administrative, that is admin problems. One is academic problem and another is admin problem. At the end of the course, I see one question about the final exam. It will be an objective type of question that you have to attempt. Um, it You will have multiple answers type of questions, MCQ, MSQ, whatever you find in your assignment, you will see them in your some examination, but not the same exact questions. Some of them may be found, but mostly they'll be new. And one part of that computer exam is about writing short answers. You don't have to write very long answer. That is about appreciation of poetry, prose, drama, or novel or short story. Mostly, I avoid now passages from the novel, but short stories, drama, poetry, prose piece, I include them. Uh, yes, we can do that. Right now, I'm not in. I may not do that, but in the second session, I'll prepare myself to do that for you. To come alive on to show up my face. Please bear with me. This is part of our BTech program, and some of the MA course students also do this with me very rarely because they do literature course. I don't have all these literary texts in my MA course. Some of them prefer to attend this, but I speak more about life, how to live our life. That's why I have found this to be much more useful. It is largely experience based, how what we experience, what kind of people that we meet. That's why the structure of the course is like this. You have some introduction to the author and the author's writings, life, and some introduction to the text that we have chosen, why we have chosen. You will find that every section, every lecture begins with some kind of objectives, some kind of meaning. I mean, why do we read the text? After reading the text, we do some kind of linguistic analysis, literary analysis, formal analysis, thematic analysis, and then most importantly, we look at human relationships, reflections on life, and finally, some takeaways from this course. So every text has, every lecture has some kind of takeaway for you. It is up to you. Uh, all of us who live this life will have to go through some kind of challenging situations, and our poets, writers, authors, great thinkers, they have all seen their life and they have given some kind of answers or a sense of direction for our life. So we can learn from them. I have only a sample. You may read many other authors, many other texts, and help yourself. If you happen to be teachers, you can choose your own text, particularly in classrooms, to help your students. Learning resource, particularly PDF format. Some of the PDF may not be available. We will try to help you as soon as possible. But the video PPTs are available for all weeks. 12 weeks PPTs are available. Yes, for PDF will be available up to 4 weeks. 4 weeks, 16 lectures of PDF material will be available to you. PPT is not available. I will check with our admin. Entire PPT is available on the web portal. Please check the web portal again. Is there any other learner who faces difficulty in accessing the PPTs? Only one? You all the PPTs are available. If not, then I will speak to our admin here. Tell them to make the PPTs available to you. PDF copy may not be available after fourth week, but PPTs must be available. Do you have some questions? You can speak or you can chat in the box so that I can answer your questions. Life is wonderful. That's what I have understood from my life. But some of us, for some reason, without realizing, we make our life complicated. And literature has been a great source of clarification for me. And many people have found literature as a source of clarification. Particularly, we have poets like Robert Frost, who have the conception of poetry as uh, clarifying some confusions in life. When you read poetry, you can clarify your own confusions. For example, mending wall. Whenever you come across challenging situations or some conflicting ideas, what to do with life, what to do in that particular situation, you can certainly learn from poets, writers, and you can read, if you like, you can read one particular writer, entire writings, all the works of one particular writer, You will really enjoy. Yes, this course will be useful for all people, not only for arts and science, for engineering, for everybody. Ultimately, how do we live our life? Do we live alone? We live in the company of others. We have to get along with people. We have to resolve conflicts. You can certainly mention it in your CV. People will certainly ask you questions. Why did you do this course? What did you learn from literature about life? What did you understand about your own life? What did you understand from the lives of others? Certainly, it will be really useful to you because many people are not able to work in teams. Teamwork is a major aspect of corporations today. So you need to really work in teams. We may like to work with people who are similar to us. They may belong to our religion, they may speak the same language that we have, or they may come from the same geographical location. But when we work with people of different opinions, different backgrounds, how do we work with them? They may the same thing, sweets, for example. One may like to take more sweets, another may not like to consume any sweets at all, uh, right from dressing to food to our even transportation, different kinds of activities that we involve every day in our life. How do we keep our house? All those things. Like our boundary wall between two neighbors and mending wall, all kinds of things. A friend you have who faces difficulties, a friend who is not able to help you with some other job, uh, he is part of the team. How do you do that? And most importantly, we remember the text that we begin with. When we fail in life, what do we do? In the case of sorry, in the case of Abdul Kalam, he failed in interviews. He had a dream of getting the job of a pilot, but he failed. What do we do when we fail in our career, or when we are not able to make the career that we want to have for ourselves, or the kind of health that we want to have, the kind of financial success that we want to have, the kind of family that we want to have? We dream about many things in life, but where we are all of us are not able to achieve our goals or dreams, and we always come across some challenges for examination, any important topics. See, we have to set questions from all topics. We will not leave them because we have some 40 questions, multiple, I mean, true or false, something like 10 you'll have 15 multiple choice questions, 15 multiple select questions, that is more than one answer, and then you will have five or four, yeah, four, you will have four passages to answer. That means each question will have 5 marks. So all sections will be covered. It is up to you. If you read all the, we can't give you this. If this is some essay type of question, we can give you some hints. But in this case, these are all multiple choice questions or multiple select questions or true or false questions. How do we give some important questions or important topics? I am not sure. You need to really read through they are short texts, prose or poetry or drama. Only novel is the longest one. Short stories, they are very short ones. Only through understanding, only through learning about life, if you can master the content and relate them to your life, particularly certain the entire question is based on the text that you study, the lectures that you listen to, not on anything else. Out of the syllabus, questions will not be there at all. Some of the inferential questions will be challenging. They may not be factual, I mean, just surface level questions. You have to think and answer. The question paper is set for 3 hours, so you have to sit in the exam and write. something like 35. So no, 40 marks is the pass for you out of 100 marks. So that includes your assignment marks as well. So don't worry about minimum pass or maximum pass marks. Uh, thi- yes. Who is speaking, please mute yourself. If you want to ask any questions, you can ask me. The level of the exam, this mostly UG, PG, because this course is meant for all kinds of people, even for students from engineering, even some medicine, or some people who are homemakers, or some professionals. I found one gentleman who was working in income tax office. He was doing this course some time ago. People do this course for various reasons, so the level will not be certainly very high. Don't worry about that. Some simple questions. Some questions will be a little challenging because you need to sit in the examination for 3 hours. We can't just, if we have very simple questions, you can answer all of the questions in 10-15 minutes and leave the hall. But particularly this writing part, appreciation of literary pieces, some passages will be given. You have seen in the PPT some of the passages that we have discussed, prose or poetry or whatever. We have given some passages, and then we have tried to explain them. Mostly, I will try to choose some significant passages so that everybody can answer. It's not that some can answer better and they can score very high. Some can certainly pass, but some minimum effort you should make to understand the course and do your good job. Anybody else? Any other question? Any other
I
concern?
would like to say a
Yes,
suggestion.
yes, Meena, please.
Yes, I would like to say a suggestion that if you could explain about the writing skills and the style of each author, it would may helpful for especially for literature students.
Yes, certainly. That is where we have this thematic analysis, formal analysis, literary analysis, linguistic analysis. How do we write? This composition part. How does a writer write about himself? In the case of Abdul Kalam or Chetan Bhagat, we have written as personal essays, or even Amish's essay on why I write. These are personal reflective essays. How do we write those reflective essays? Sometimes these reflective essays are descriptive, merely describing some events, and some are argumentative. They argue for certain positions in life, why we should not worry about failure, why we should not commit suicide, why we should not stop writing even when somebody does, when many publishers reject our writing. All those questions you will find some kind of reflection, some kind of description, some kind of narration in prose, poetry, drama. All these descriptive writing, argumentative writing, expositive writing, giving information. We don't have that kind of giving information about real life. It's more of reflection. The writer's engagement with life, different kinds of characters, different kinds of situations, different kinds of conflicts, between father and mother, between brother and brother, or between brother and sister. We have all kinds of situations in this life. And most importantly, when it comes to novel or short story, you will find individual and society. How do they interact with each other? The society imposes certain views on us. And how do we negotiate with those kinds of restrictions imposed on us? All those things are embedded in all these writings. If you want to learn about creative writing, then you should do some other kind of course. We can learn, of course, from this kind of course samples. We can learn how to write our own impressions, like the writers that you are studying. We have included George Orwell's writing in the prose part, or we have um, John Didion, we have, or writing English as a second language by William Zinzer, we have. all of them I have consciously, deliberately included them. I have deliberately included them precisely to help some learners who may have challenges in learning about the language, some of the tricks of the trade. How do we write sentences? How do you write how do we write legible, comprehensive writing? All those things, particularly if you learn words, if you can use words, if you can, to begin with, to use simple words and simple sentence structures to give shape to our thoughts. We can come up with our own writing, but then it will take a longer time. You can't become a great writer in one day. You need to practice and practice and practice and see the kind of rejections that Amish has gone through, or even Chetan Bhagat, or look at our own R.K. Narayan, toasted English you have, different perspectives on English, the same language, how it is viewed in India or UK or US, all kinds of humorous things, funny things. Life is funny, life is wonderful, life is simple, life is also complex. But then, how do we look at life? It all depends on how we take what comes to us. Yes, Meena, thanks for that question. Do you expect something more?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
If you want to write poetry, keep reading some poems.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. Okay.
But I see Saksham has a question on commercializing poetry. It is not that easy. Yeah,
Oh,
in the good olden days, remember Elizabethan period. Before that, nothing happened. Chaucer could not make much money out of his writing. Or during the Elizabethan period, Shakespeare could do it, or Michael Drayton could do it, or Ben Jonson could be. Though unofficially he is considered to be the first official poet laureate. That means he once given some kind of money, he can get some kind of royalty. Michael Drayton is one writer. Some of you may remember those, particularly those students of literature can connect with Michael Drayton. He was able to get some kind of money to help his own family members to live their life. We can write books and stories, particularly short stories and novels. Publishers are interested more in short stories and novels, or memoir or autobiographical writings. If you want to write something which you want to make money, then you should write your own life, autobiographical accounts. It must be, your life must be interesting. Your life must be useful to others. Your life must make some meaning for others. If you can make some meaning out of your own life and put it into writing, you can certainly sell it. But poetry is not. Many people don't have time for reading poetry. It requires some kind of patience. It requires some intelligence. What are the quotes that you refer to? Quotes at the beginning of uh, each lecture. I have some interesting quotations just to some of the quotations from the literature that you study. If you want to keep something in your mind, for example, Abdul Kalam says, "Accept your destiny." How much of difficulty do you find in remembering these three words? Accept your destiny. Nothing else. Then you will have peace. If you don't accept your destiny, you will not have peace. You will suffer. You may lose your life. You may become a burden to others, right? And when it comes to Chetan Bhagat, just one or two lines. If God has given us, yeah, I mean, power of button, we could switch off our life, but He has not done that. Why should we kill our life? And similarly, Amish has very some interesting lines quoted, suited, booted, MBA from IIM, like that. Some of the phrases. It's not that you have to remember the entire line or entire sentence. If you can remember one or two, for example, when you come to poetry, what is his life? He full of care. We have no time to stand and stare. This is poor. This is a poor life, full of care. We have no time to stand and stare. He asks a question and gives an answer at the end. These are simple words. If you have interest, what interests you will stay in your mind. If it is not interesting, then you will lose it. Oh, you have written some ebook. Uh, uh, Money management. There is also some kind of network in publishing, to get it recognized by the public. Learn about, read the life of Chetan Bhagati. Look at some of his interviews. You will see how they get promotions, meet with publishing agents. There are some literary agents. If you can get them, you please Google, you will find some literary agents or publishing agents. They may help you if you are lucky. That all depends on your luck as well. Not talent alone is not enough. There are many talented people in the world, but some are able to come to limelight. Many others go into oblivion. That is, they are never remembered at all. They never come to the public view. So some amount of good luck is also essential for us. Any other, if you, even if you have some questions, some specific questions relating to your own life, you can ask me. I will try to help you as much as I can. Anything that is saleable, anything that can attract a large number of people, must be useful to others, must be meaningful to others. Why is a book like The Psychology of Money selling like hotcake throughout the world? So much of money, unimaginable, because he has written about money which is relevant to all of us, socially relevant, economically relevant, psychologically relevant. Relevance is important. Oh, how to make and win friends in college? Good. You must be an extrovert. That means you should be easygoing. You should be able to. Oh, oh, somebody's writing like this. Don't ask me meaningless questions. Every question is meaningful, sir. Please don't dismiss them. There are lots of people with all kinds of questions. If you have some questions about the course, first address them. So that we should give priority to our course, of course, and even meaninglessness is part of our life. Absurdity. Some of you who are students of literature, you know theater of the absurd or absurd literature, existential literature, and all that. So I wouldn't consider these to be meaningless questions. Don't worry, everything has some meaning. Even meaninglessness has some meaning. Anybody else? How do we uh, face rejections? How do we face some kind of uh, negative comments, negative reactions? How do we face? And when we are not able to say something, or when we are able, when we say something, when somebody doesn't accept us, what do we do? So these are questions, important questions for us. Every day we see them around us. Some are able to walk on the shoulders or on the body of others. Some are not able to do it. What to do? Life is so difficult to live. We have different perceptions, different understandings. We have different kinds of models from our family, from our friends, from our teachers, particularly parents and teachers. Some teachers encourage you all the time. Even if you do some mischief in the class, they encourage you. Some other teachers, they don't tolerate even good things in the class. If you open your mouth, they will send you out of the class. What to do? There are so many kinds of people. So understanding the context, understanding the kind of behavior or personality, attitude of others is important for us to help ourselves. In some context, you can be mischievous. In some other context, you can be friendly. In some other context, you can be overtly helpful. Some people, if you help them, they will not like it. What to do? Any other question, comment? If you must have a good dictionary with you, or you can use your Google or mobile phone. Whenever you come across, at least read a few texts fully, thoroughly, enjoy yourself. Whatever, there are so many texts that we have. I don't expect all of you to read all the texts, but some will make more meaning for you. That is a difficult job, $1 million question. You can write a book on that, recognizing people's intentions. That you one should be a magician for that. One should be God. I'm sorry, I don't know. You can read books, some books like How to Read the Minds of Others, but they can't help you much, particularly through body language. You need to, you can take some interest in psychology, how people have different kinds of intentions, how they behavior, how intentions are connected with behaviors. This is what you find in the course in different kinds of people. When you come to short stories, you will see a very interesting story, the letter, or you will come across a story about uh, the post office. uh, you will come across, when you see that post office man, you will find what kind of life that father lives for the sake of the daughter. So intentions are not easy to judge, but it requires great amount of patience, people reading, observations. Watch people wherever you go, watch people, you can observe them. Any specific questions about the course? Do ask me. Don't hesitate. About the organization, I have told you about the assignment. You are familiar now. You have three types of questions: true or false, multiple. Multiple choice questions. That means you have only one answer. Multiple select MSQ. You have more than one answer. That means two will be there, or three may be there, or four, five, six different numbers will be there. So yeah, yes, you will have the final examination will have all the three type plus one, that is one critical appreciation. So in the last week, 12th week assignment will be based on the poetry appreciation, literature appreciation part. We will have some samples there. Yes, that's right. All the three will be there plus one appreciation of a passage. You have to identify the theme. You have to identify some poetic devices or literary devices. You have to appreciate the language that is used. Yes, four types you will have. Anybody else? No mark test. You can look at the sample model paper. Model paper given in the portal. It is available. Please look at the portal, our course portal. There you have a model question paper, complete paper you will have. You can answer that and conduct a mock test for yourself. There is something like whiteboard, why it is going to whiteboard and all that. Yes. Yes. How to maintain good communication? You need to have confidence. For communication to take place, you need to have confidence. That means you must have some point to say. You must believe in it. Every writer, when they write about their intentions or their ideas, they believe in that idea and they believe that the idea will be useful to others. So confidence is important. How do you gain confidence? You must have some knowledge. You must have some experience. How do you gain knowledge? How do you gain experience? You must read more and more, or you must live your life adventurously. You get more experience. How to build that confidence? You need to gain knowledge. Knowledge through experience or knowledge through reading books. If you have knowledge, certainly you'll find way to express it. Literary knowledge is one type of knowledge. Now you have scientific knowledge, technical knowledge. Yes, content of life and literature is quite useful for today's generation. Yes, they know everything except themselves. That is a problem. Know thyself. That is one of the ancient quotations. Know thyself. Know yourself. If you conquer yourself, you can conquer the whole world. Mastery of the self is more important than anything else in life. What am I? Where am I? Who am I? What I'm doing? What is the purpose of my life? All those. Why there is a screen sharing? Please stop it. Who is doing that? Please stop this screen sharing. Please don't do anything like this. Otherwise, we'll have to remove you from the meeting. Anybody else? Somebody is sending some message. One new message like that, but I am not able to see that. Oh, please don't do this. Again, it is coming. Oh, bibliotherapy. Yes. Garima, talk therapy. You have book therapy. Biblio is about books, reading books. I have learned many things about life through books, primarily through books. And this cultural capital, some of you may know, yes, there is much scope in this world about bibliotherapy. Please Google it. You can find a lot of material, all the motivational kinds of books. For example, The Secret, or some popular books which are sold throughout the world. They are certainly useful. These lectures are not protected by copyright. They are open to everybody. You can use these lectures in your class, no problem. No, deadline cannot be extended. This is very difficult. Entire final semester question paper you'll find on our web portal, on our course. See, you have weekly assignments there itself on top, you'll find it. Week 1, week 2, like that you have on top model question paper. There is one column. Click it, you'll find it. Right now, you can check it. Anybody else? Any other question? As a teacher, I find this course to be very meaningful for me. I have been helping a lot number of students here at IIT. In one course, I found a student had contemplated suicide, and the student was not even interested in attending the class. She was just roaming through the corridor, and one day she dropped in and then found that life is meaningful, and she started living her life. And she gave me the feedback that she prevented herself from committing suicide after attending this course. That is the power of literature and life. If we are lucky, we can have good friends, but when many of us are not so lucky, we can have friends in books. That is exactly bibliotherapy. You'll find friends, teachers, parents, all kinds of people in literature. Is there any other question? The materials are open source materials. You can use them. Yes, you can use the material for your students. Thank you so much. You'll find it useful. If you see, there is a beautiful quotation. I like it very much. Uh, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Many of us are not ready as students, so the teacher. No, you can download the materials. I don't know why it is permission is not given. I will check with our admin. You can download the material, and you will find them on some other websites also. Don't worry. Some people may have already downloaded, and they may have them in other portals. All these lectures, PPTs and other materials, they are available on different sources. Maybe some colleges started misusing, some individuals started misusing them. I don't know, but these are all open sources. Oh, there is some archive. Go to archive. Yes. Anybody else? Anything else you want? Shall we wind up the meeting now? Do think about some questions for the second session. We will plan it after 1 month. If you can send me the questions in advance through the response sheet, that will be good. I can prepare myself well to answer your questions. Even otherwise, we will try. We'll try to give you the best that we can. So based on the first 4 weeks materials, if any content, we normally organize 3 sessions, and sometimes you don't find enough response 1 week in advance you want. Sure, I will do that. Certainly, I will do that.
Thank you, sir, for providing the right material to the right candidates.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. From our college, most of us have chosen this one.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Good material and good content, good expression.
Yeah.
Quite useful. The life, first life itself is good.
Yeah, that's what I am interested in understanding my own life. That's why I
Yes,
took
that
up
is
this.
important. That is important. Most of the people lack the basic concept of life.
Yeah. You can connect with me by my IITM email ID, danavel.sp at
Could you
IITM.
share? Could you share? Could you share now? Then
Yeah,
we'll.
yeah, I will chat it. I mean, through chat box, I will send it to you.
Please, sir. Please, please.
This is my personal official email ID.
Okay, sir.
You can connect with me through our um, we have one common email ID for this course.
Sure.
You get some information always through announcement. So you can, if I check it almost once in 2 days or 3 days, if there is any question.
Dana Wells.
Yes, sir.
Dana Wells
Danavel.
SP.
Danavel SP at iitm.ac.in.
Dana Wells SP at IITM. IITM.
tm.ac.in.
Where is it, sir? IITM?
Yes, sir. IIT Madras, Chennai.
Madras, Chennai. Oh, good, good. AC.in. Dana Well. Dana
Yes.
Well. SP. Okay, sir.
Okay,
IIT.
then if you don't have any other specific questions, we can stop here.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
Yes.
can we get your contact number or should we contact on you by email
You
ID?
please send me only through email, please. Only through email, please.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Do you want me to summarize all the? Yes, I will do that. No issues.
Sir, please kindly organize these type of sessions in a week by 2 or by 3 times. I am greatly enjoying this session. Is really helpful to me.
Normally we organize 3 sessions
Okay.
for every course. We certainly will do that.
Okay, sir. This session is really helpful as I have got many answers to my general life questions. Thank you, sir, for
Welcome,
supporting.
welcome, welcome. Thank you all for joining this meeting. First of all, joining the course, and next for joining this meeting. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week ahead, month ahead, and life ahead. All the very
Thank
best.
you, sir. Let us catch up next.
Yeah, sure. We'll
Thank
do.
you, sir.
Welcome, welcome. All the best. Bye bye.
Bye bye, sir. Thank you.
Is anybody asking any question? Okay.
Yeah. లైఫ్ అండ్ లిటరేచర్ ఇప్పుడు తీసుకున్నా ఎంత బాగుందంటే that inspires you. The content, push. It was, you know,
Sir, can we leave now?